very difficult to have good stories on trade when you're based in Brussels because we have to cover much more technical things. So a good story is when you're the first to write about a deal that has been reached on any big trade issue.
Trade is very often a process story, and you get a single issue which can continue for a very, very long time.
Our focus at MLex is always what is the regulatory risk. This could be a change in law or a proposed change in law, and we like to get into the nitty-gritties of who would appreciate this change and what that would mean to companies.
I think a few years ago trade was seen as a very technical thing, and it has become something very political now.
As journalists, we're basically interested in change, in something new, in some sort of conflict.
As in any story where there may be tensions that may be disrupting the flow of an anticipated process.
Of course, a press release or a report is extremely interesting. But what is so important then is that we speak to the authors of the report or those that are affected by the information in the report so that we can give a more rounded story. We don't want to just copy and paste what you've said in the report.
The engagements with PR people on a trade story are much the same as the engagements with people on any other story. It all depends on the relevance, the quality of the information, and the timeliness of particular information and its accuracy as well, I suppose.
I think when you're dealing with journalists, it's very useful to find out what they are covering. We obviously get some calls from people who don't sort of really have a sense of who's covering what. And in terms of, say, presenting an argument or somebody to interview, to talk to, on the day of the news is important, not a day after or a week after or even to some extent a week before.
It's always good for us to pick up the phone, speak to you, or just simply say, let's go and meet for a coffee for 20 minutes.